Hey everyone, welcome to the Withering Effect episode 61. Today's date is September 7th, 2020, and I am Duds, or Dudsverse known to the rest of the interwebs.
And I'm Jimbo. You may know me as Jimbo Slice 23. What have you been up to this week, Duds?
Well, other than dealing with annoying gnats and my dog who can't sit still.
All week?
All week. No, there's been so much side noises lately. It's been so tough to actually sit down and record when I want to.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, these flying gnats, man, they're driving me bonkers.
Those can be just as bad as motorcycles.
Just as bad. Not sound wise, but seeing them fly across the monitors, it's like, I don't know what to do to these stupid things.
Distracting. I'll be mid-sentence if, fly lands on your nose or whatever. Yeah, that'll distract. Yeah. That'll start you over right there.
So if I accidentally punch the microphone, it's me trying to swat at a fly.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, good to clear that up.
But anyways, other than gnats and flies in real life, Minecraft-wise, I've been having to deal with Enderman. We talked about that a good bit on the pre-show if you guys want to hear about that. But I've completed an episode in like 3 days this week. So I've got a new episode going out Tuesday. So there's that. It was crazy in the fact that I was doing an auto smelter, which is something I've always done, but I wanted to change up how I was doing the auto smelter. I basically was going to run it straight up bamboo farm, which that's nothing special. Everyone's done that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going for a super small bamboo farm. I was going to kind of run it in the background as I'm in the area. So yeah, the first couple days it really wouldn't produce much anything, but within a month or two, hopefully it would be fine.
Yeah.
I ended up building the entire farm. It was like 25 minutes of footage of building this thing. Deleted it all.
Oh, by accident?
No, it wasn't even that the footage was bad. It was the farm itself didn't work.
Oh.
And on top of the footage that was already in the episode, it would have made the episode almost an hour long.
Wow.
So yeah, I just chose to delete it because the farm wasn't going to stay. It was producing maybe 25 bamboo an hour.
Okay.
Which is not enough. It's not enough to run this farm. And I was just like, what the heck? I've never seen bamboo grow so slow. And I know the top branch has to have over a light level of 9 or something like that.
Yeah, it's got to be a certain light level.
The back wall was completely filled with sea lanterns.
Mm.
So it's like, that wasn't the problem, but I'm watching this bamboo and it's barely growing. Like it ran on the daylight cycle, and every time the daylight cycle popped it, the bamboo were only 2 to 3 tall every single time.
Yeah, I don't know.
For bamboo to only grow 2 tall in 20 minutes? That's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I have bamboo right inside my portal at my base. I put it up at the swamp, and it's super tall. It grows relatively fast. I mean, it'd definitely be more than 2 or 3 in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is there. Mine grows fine.
So either way, I realized that the wither farm that we've got, the wither skeleton farm, produces more coal than that did bamboo.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like, yeah, I've got to go AFK the wither skull farm, but at the same time, that gives product for the shop. So yeah, I switched back to the normal furnace setup that I've been using for years now, decorated it up a little bit, and I'm going to go with that. It was cool that I was able to create a farm, like you said, like, on my own thoughts. No tutorial, no nothing, just do it my own way. And it worked. It just didn't work very well, and it wasn't worth it. So
yeah.
The rest of the episode was mainly just finishing up that interior of the storage area.
Yeah, my sugarcane farm at Spawn Town, it's not very efficient either. Mm-hmm. But it was something to get my foot in the door a little bit. It's more efficient to actually, with sugarcane, to just go ahead and mine it really by hand. Same thing with bamboo. I feel like it would just be quicker that way. Some people, I mean, to do it automatically would definitely save you some work, but it's definitely quicker and you get a lot more to do it manually.
Yeah.
My week, I kind of, like I said in the pre-show, I took a step back and wasn't able to get my episode out this week. I actually had some footage I was ready to start with, and it got towards the end of the week, and I got back into it, and I didn't have my mic on. My mic setting wasn't in my OBS, or it wasn't the right thing in the OBS, the right mic. And I lost like 10 minutes worth of footage. Had to go back and redo that, and after 3 or 4 days, you kind of lose track of what you were even doing at the time. So yeah, I kind of had to start off scratch, and needless to say, I didn't get my episode out.
Yeah.
But it happens.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know how that goes. I was going to say, I got 25 minutes of footage you could have used for your episode that I just deleted.
Yeah, I also did a little time lapse with the replay mod, and it got destroyed somehow. So yeah, more footage got taken out, and probably won't be till the weekend.
I had that same problem with the replay mod.
Yeah.
When I first installed it, I meant to do that this weekend to go back and see if I messed anything up. I haven't gotten back to it yet, which I really should probably do that before I start next episode. Because next episode, I'm building something that kind of requires the replay mod footage.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what it is. Sometimes it just doesn't save it. You'll get an error.
See, the 1.16.2 client replay mod, I never had a problem with. Everyone's like, I lost this footage and this. Never lost any footage, but the second we updated, I should say 1.16.1, never gave me a problem. The second we updated 1.16.2,
yeah,
is when I started to experience the issues. I'm just like, oh man, this stinks. I've got to be doing something wrong.
Yeah, probably same here. I did 2 successful recordings with the new replay mod, and then that last one is a little bigger than the other ones. I was with my alternate account, trying to, catch the footage with that account, and yeah, I don't know if it's because I had them both running, but not both replay mods. I don't know, it's kind of confusing with when you got 2 players on the same world, but I was trying to run the replay mod with my backup camera, and my backup camera is the one that failed me. So maybe that's something to do with it.
Gotcha.
Besides that, I was getting ready for fantasy football. Football starting. It's pretty big here in America. If you're not listening from America, probably my favorite sport. And I have a fantasy football league. I have a bunch of buddies come to the house and fantasy draft live, offline at my house. This year we couldn't do it at my house, but I still had to get all the guys in line, and we all pitched in to play some fantasy football this year. Had to do that this weekend, and that's always a good time. But besides that, that's about it for my week.
Real quick, I promise we won't talk a lot about fantasy football because I know our Minecraft listeners are like, oh, football again. But how many Buccaneers do you got?
I think I have Mike Evans on a team.
There you go. Good man.
That might be it, though.
I would have tried to get Chris Godwin, but Mike Evans is a good catch, too.
Yeah, Godwin was ahead of Mike Evans, but Mike Evans fell to me after I was sitting good already. He just kind of fell to me. He's a good player.
All right, I promise that's enough of fantasy football. You guys were starting to zone out already. We're going to Minecraft news because we actually have some news this week.
Yep.
We got 2 bits of news. So Minecraft released a 1.16.3 release candidate. No pre-release, no nothing, just a release candidate. And it all has to do with the duplication glitch. And it's giving an item and a gold ingot to a baby piglin, and killing it duplicates the item. So people were using this to duplicate shulker boxes full of stuff, elytra wings, basically riches.
Mm-hmm.
The other bug they fixed is Piglin Brutes, Hoglins, Zoglins all have trouble pathfinding to the player when attacking. I haven't really noticed this, but I haven't really been attacked a lot by these guys, and once I've got the golden chest plate armor on there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they show a little bit of footage. It's definitely an issue. There is definitely a bug where if you kind of sidestep them, they kind of lose track of you and gotta look you down before they come at you again. It is a bug.
If only that would happen with the Endermen so I'd stop dying to them. I'd say that I haven't died to the last 20 Endermen I've had to fight. After the first couple times, I got it under control. Right now, it's just so annoying. I hate Endermen.
Yeah, I wish I was able to see that.
Well, iron golems attack Endermen.
Yeah.
Might have to have some iron golems walk around.
Yeah, might need some pirates.
Yeah.
Pirate guild.
Change the texture pack.
Would it be a pirate guild?
I don't know.
Gang? I don't know.
The other news is the main topic. There was a release trailer for Minecraft Live this year.
Yeah.
Because obviously with COVID and everything, they're not doing a big public convention like they were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's still on for 2021 as of right now. Hopefully this COVID situation gets under control for that to continue to happen. But yeah, so it's online this year. It's October 3rd. And we're going to talk about that in the main topic. So we're just going to kind of skip over that and go ahead and jump into straight to listener comments.
Maybe we can have a link for that trailer in the show notes.
Yeah, I think I put it in the show notes.
Okay.
Listener comments. Last week we were talking about a note block video by Decoy. The video was actually from Aubni, but it just so happened that Decoy was in Aubni's video, and that's why it stuck out so much.
Yeah, he's featured.
So I wanted to get that corrected and let you guys know that it was an Aubni video, part of his series of what I call Fixing Minecraft. And that link is also in the show notes.
I remember seeing that.
Mm-hmm. It's a very good episode. You guys should check it out, especially if you love our Block of the Week segments. Go watch that video series by Aubni. It's really good. He goes way more into depth than me and Jimbo do. So
yeah, it's pretty good.
Man, we're flying through this episode this week. There wasn't a lot happening.
Yeah, we still got some topics to cover.
So this week's Discord ad is by Brownie Bits. Brownie Bits, go ahead and take it away.
Hello everyone! Your favorite sweet treat, Brownie Bits here, and I am a member of the Withering Effect Discord. It's a great place to get to know the people from the show and share cookies with your favorite like-minded Minecrafters. It's the only place to throw cakes at... submit your questions for upcoming guests and share your opinions about the game. Add brownies! Excuse me. Sugar Rush the Discord today using the link in the show notes, and I will see you there.
All right, thanks again, Brownie Bits, for doing the Discord ad. He's going to be on the show next week.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be talking all about what he's up to in his series and everything. Probably going to talk about some 117 and his thoughts on 116. But yeah, so you guys look out for that episode. Should we go ahead and get to Block of the Week? I don't think we've ever gotten to Block a Week this fast in an episode before.
Yeah, kind of going right through it. I don't know.
I mean, I knew this was going to happen with the Minecraft Live coming out less than a month. I knew that all Minecraft news was going to be basically shut down. I was surprised to see the 116.3 thing, and it's pretty obvious why they're going to rush that out, because that duplication glitch is a big one.
Yeah, and we needed content, so they were like, we better give the Withering Effect some news so they can use it.
I'm sure that's it.
They're not going to, have enough to talk about.
I know people will say, like, the rail duplication glitch or the carpet duplication glitch were big and they didn't jump on that. And it's like, I don't think those glitches are really that big. I mean, the carpet one was a little big because you could immediately turn that into infinite fuel sources.
Yeah.
But the rails and carpet, I don't see those as big glitches. Like, if I was playing on a multiplayer server and somebody was doing that, it's just like, okay. I mean, does anyone really use rails to travel that much anymore? It's like, no, it's kind of a in-between resource. Everyone's flying right now.
Yeah. But when you craft them, you get 16 each time.
Mm-hmm.
So you only got to craft so many, and you have an abundant amount of rails, so they go around pretty easy.
Right. And with iron farms and gold farms and all that stuff nowadays, the resources to craft them is just not abundant, or is abundant. So it's... Yeah, doesn't matter to me, but the whole duplication glitch where you can give a baby piglin something and it can duplicate an entire sugar box full of stuff, yeah, that's kind of a big one. That should get fixed.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I think there was a tutorial by it, and everyone was like, well, that's gotta be mentioned.
I'm always scrolling through Reddit in the Minecraft section looking for cool stuff and everything like that. And sure enough, one day I saw 5 or 6 posts asking how to do the duplication glitch. And I'm just like, why? Why are you that desperate for resources you have to do this glitch?
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I would do a duplication glitch just to see if I can do it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see... It's kind of like playing in creative mode if you want to do it in survival. Just go in creative if you want all the blocks.
Yeah, other than the rails and the carpet, the only other duplication glitch I actually was duplicating the dragon egg when you had to use that to break the bedrock.
Yeah.
Well, at the time, that's what you had to use to break bedrock. So it's like, I understood that glitch because a lot of multiplayer servers rely on getting above the nether. But now we have that TNT trick. To me, that seems even better because you have to use some resources to get bedrock broken. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing how someone figured that out, though.
Yeah.
To break that bedrock that way. Man.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch if you guys watch YDYT stream, she does it like all stream. It's for the Nether Hub, and she's like a pro.
Yeah.
She does it without even thinking. It's crazy how fast you can break Bedrock. Jesus. Bedrock.
You said it wrong 2 times after stopping yourself knowing you were saying it wrong.
And I went to say it right and still said it wrong. So what? Anyways, yeah, it's crazy how easy it is to break, man. It's ridiculous.
I don't think it's cheap to break, though. Because you are spending TNT. You do have to make levers. I don't think the pistons get blown up with the TNT explosion, but...
No.
Anyways, should we get into Block of the Week?
Yeah.
We were going to, and then we went off on a ramble about that duplication glitch. But yeah. Anyways, this week in our Discord, hang on. It did get updated on my page. Blaming Carl. Carl!
Oh, you want me to announce the blocks?
No, I found it in the Discord. Here we go.
Okay, I was going to whisper them to you so no one heard.
Anyways, this week we had you guys vote for Detector Rail, Dropper, and Crying Obsidian.
And the winner of Block of the Week this week is... Crying Obsidian. It's actually a landslide.
Yeah.
The Crying Obsidian had 32 votes. Detector Rail had 13. And Dropper only 6.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you guys hate droppers.
Yeah. Before we go into the Crying Obsidian, I want to put out there, people have mentioned, well, what are you guys going to do when you run out of blocks? It's like, trust me, we understand. We're actually getting close to running out of blocks.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to throw in, like, it won't always be Block of the Week. It might be Mob of the Week, or it might be Biome of the Week, or something like that. So we have plans. Don't worry.
Yeah, those should be fun.
Anyways, go ahead.
Crying Obsidian. Jeez, I can't talk today. That's normal, though. It cannot be crafted. It can only be mined with a diamond pickaxe or better. Generates naturally a part of ruined portals. Used to craft respawn anchors. And it gives off a light of 10 and has a dripping/crying animation type of particles, you could say.
Yeah, that's the coolest part. I love those.
Mm-hmm.
I love the particle effect they give off. But my biggest complaint is, one, it can't be crafted.
Yeah.
I understand that you're trying to make it a rare block, but you're making it a rare block that really can't do anything. When we saw respawn anchors, I think both me and you got excited for that. Have you used a respawn anchor in this season yet?
Once, right at the beginning, episode 1.
Other than episode 1, have you used a respawn anchor?
No. I don't need to, really.
I've never used one. It hasn't really worked out, I think, the way I thought it was. So as of right now, other than the cool particle effect Crying Obsidian does, to me it's a worthless block, which I don't like. It's a very cool looking block.
Yeah, it is.
But at the same time, it was really hard to think of ways to fix this really cool looking block. The obvious one, allow Crying Obsidian to be used in a portal.
Right?
Like, it just makes sense. I don't understand why you can't. It looks so good. It fits so well. Just let us use Crying Obsidian in a portal.
Yeah.
That should be obvious. And the other change I wanted to do, let it have a redstone signal. And I mean, act like a redstone block, but instead of giving out a power level of 15, give out a power level of like 3 or 4. Just something small and random. Some redstoners might go, well, that's dumb and all that stuff. Yeah, I know. But I look at the target block. I don't think anyone thought the target block was going to become the new redstone magnificento.
Oh, yeah.
That it is, being used in everything.
Pretty popular.
Yeah, I think a block that gives out a redstone level of 3 to 4 without needing a comparator or a repeater or a torch or any kind of input power attached to it. It just omits that power level to start with, I think would be really nice.
Yeah, it'd be like the redstone inside the nether, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if that's going to cause a problem with like bud powering or anything like that. I can't remember. Crying Obsidian can't be pushed with a piston, right? It acts like regular Obsidian.
Yeah, it acts as if it's Obsidian besides the portal.
Okay. So, yeah, I think that could be really cool. With such a low signal, I don't know how much it might... Well, you shouldn't be building with Obsidian doing redstone anyways. I don't know of anyone who's really done that other than to slime blocks and stuff like that.
Yeah, flying machines.
That was my idea. We don't have a ton of just random small power level items. So I thought that could be cool. And the other one is, like you mentioned, it gives off a light level of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the idea, well, what if this could be the one block? You can change light levels based on power levels.
Yeah.
So maybe if you give it a power level of 8, instead of giving off a light level of 10, it gave off a light level of 12. And if you give it a power level of 15, it gives off the light level of 15. Something like that.
That'd be cool.
So you can really start to control lighting.
Yeah, it'd be cool to even implement that with the regular redstone lamp. Have different levels of lighting. If you want dimmer lighting, you can make them give a lower signal.
Mm-hmm.
That opens up a big door.
Huge door.
Yeah.
I say that, but it really doesn't at the same time, because if you're using lighting to mob-proof an area, you need 15 or higher, basically, because you don't want to be spamming light sources everywhere. This goes back to my complaint about Enderman or whatever. We need a better way to control mob spawning and prevention, other than half slabbing in light levels of 10 or more or 7 or more, whatever it is.
I did want to mention, we didn't get any suggestions for the crying obsidian.
No.
That's how much of a pain this was to everyone, including us, to try to fix or change.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I was just thinking this while going over your suggestions, was maybe, what about, you can use it as a portal, and in the nether, it can only be like it's one portal, kind of like a ender chest. How you open it up, it's got your stuff in there. Everywhere you go, it's got your stuff. What if you make a crying obsidian portal inside the nether, anywhere in the nether, and if you make a crying obsidian portal outside the nether, it automatically links to that portal, that one portal that you put up. Thought that'd be pretty neat.
So it'd basically be a teleporting portal.
Yeah, just to that one spot. You can't make multiple crying obsidian portals, just that one.
I like the idea, obviously. Like, I love the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from a guy whose single-player world had a teleportation hub, it makes a lot of sense. Could it get a little complicated? Yeah, especially if you're playing on a multiplayer server, but I like the idea. I'm not going to say no to that.
I was thinking something more complicated, but I'll leave it at that.
All right, main topic. Minecraft Live or Minecon Live, whatever they're calling it this year. They seem to change the name every year.
I think it was Festival at the beginning of the year, Minecraft Festival.
Well, that was when it was in person.
Yeah.
Man, the words we're struggling with today. Struggling with. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know what you said.
Well, I know what it is. My nose is stopped up. I got flies flying around. I need to shave my beard. Getting ridiculous.
And we gotta finish this segment.
There's so much distractions going on around me right now too. It's not funny. It's not been a good day. So we've seen the trailer.
Yes.
Let's do the breakdown of the trailer before we talk about what we expect from the live performance, we should say.
Yeah.
That's not really live, it's online.
I put down one thing for the trailer. I was kind of going off of what you put down, because a lot of stuff you put down about the trailer was what I saw. I just put one possible thing.
Okay.
So if you want to go through your list, I could throw mine in at the end.
I see what yours is, and I'm ready to rip it up.
Okay. Because there's one thing I saw, that's why I was bringing it in.
Yeah. So I'm taking this this trailer at face value.
Mm-hmm.
Not trying to read into things or anything like that. Well, there might be a little bit of reading into things, but the trailer breakdown is an absolute ton of Minecraft dungeon stuff, right? We see a ton of those mobs.
Yep.
And then it has a good bit of Minecraft Earth mobs at the same time. I saw 0 Java things in this trailer.
Right.
One, I'm going with more than likely this trailer wasn't supposed to be meant for Minecraft Live. I think it was supposed to be meant for something else. And they just kind of took a bunch of assets and threw it in to make the trailer. So I honestly don't think the trailer really means jack. Like, I don't think they're trying to hide anything in the trailer.
Yeah.
Obviously, in the trailer, it mentions that we get to pick a new mob this season or this year. They're not doing the biome vote again. Of course, we're still waiting on that first biome we asked for. That should be coming in 117, hopefully. But yeah, the only little bit of reading into I think you could do from that trailer is maybe the mobs we're voting for are mobs from Minecraft Earth or Minecraft Dungeons.
Yeah, there's a couple mobs I saw that could be up for that discussion. But then again, you said, some are from Earth and then some are from Dungeons. And I'm not too familiar what ones are exactly from Earth. So, like I saw the Money Pig. I know, yeah.
There was a dandelion mushroom cow.
Okay, that's what I was going to bring up. That's from Earth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know that.
There's a couple other mobs.
There's like a glowing squid.
Yeah, that's from Earth.
Is that from Earth? Okay. Yeah, so they didn't really, they only gave you that, the ram or the goat, the mountain goat.
Mm-hmm.
They showed it at the end of the trailer. That's for the mountain update, which should be 117. We're not too sure yet. That's a good indication.
Right.
But that's the only mob I really recognized that could be for Java.
But yeah, that's something we already know about. That's not any kind of new hint or something like that.
Right.
It's part of the what we expect from 117 kind of thing.
Yeah.
So breaking down the trailer, go ahead and say your thing so I can tear it up.
Okay. At the beginning of the trailer, there's a scene of a cave where you're kind of coming through the cave out to the light outside the cave.
Mm-hmm.
And people say, even I say, kind of points to a possible cave update.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know your opinion.
Trash.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that 117 is not a cave update. It could very well be a cave update. I'm not saying that it's a misdirection or anything like that. I'm just saying with all the assets used from different games, I think a cave setting was just the easiest setting for the trailer.
Okay.
They were trying to put out a quick content reminder that, hey, in less than a month, we've got this big live thing going on that was supposed to be this month that we had to push back.
Yeah, they could have been saying, we're coming out now, like coming out of the cave.
Yeah.
And it could be a metaphor like that. But then again, it couldn't be a metaphor. It may not be a metaphor at all. It may just be, you said.
Other than a village, a cave is probably the most you could look at it and go, yeah, that's Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just the way it is. So it could very well be a cave update, but there's so many people saying, this guarantees it's a cave update. I'm like, no, it's not. I see a redstone monster in this trailer. That doesn't guarantee there's going to be a redstone monster in this update.
Yeah.
Could there be? Yes, there very well could be, but this doesn't mean nothing.
The only way it would have legs is people were asking for it. People keep asking for the cave update, and then they put this at the beginning of the trailer. People are going to start thinking that.
When I think that's part of the problem. So many people have been high on this cave update for years.
Yeah.
That they get any kind of glimpse of something they want. They're like, see, guaranteed right here, Illuminati.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, no, that's
confirmed.
It's not what it means. Yeah.
Cave update confirmed.
Yeah, it's like, that's not what it means. I'm not saying that they're not going to do a cave update. With a mountain terrain update, it might very well work out perfectly to do the cave update with 117. But so many people reading in on this trailer, and I'm just like, you can't do that.
Yeah, it's hard to do, especially with everything it had in there.
Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to be a Debbie Downer. If we got everything that was in that trailer in Java for 117, I would blow a gasket. It would be so awesome. But I just don't think that's what's going to happen. I think we need a bunch of assets to make a cool looking trailer, because it was a very stylish, good looking trailer. Obviously, a lot of Blender render models were used in it.
Yeah, very well done.
Very well done. What I liked about it, and it's the same thing that is aggravating me because everyone else is latching onto it, is the fact that they were just referencing all their other stuff out there, all their other games that seem to kind of get passed by. I don't think Dungeons is getting passed by.
No.
I think Dungeons did really well, and I think it kicked Minecraft Earth's butt when it came to playability.
Yeah, it did.
I think the Minecraft Dungeons has kind of worn down a little bit. I'm still looking at getting it. I think I'm just waiting for it to get on sale now.
Yeah. Well, we got an update coming, looks like, so.
Yeah, there's some DLC coming out. I just have so little time to play anything other than Minecraft right now. It's like, I want to say 2 weeks ago, I sat down. I was like, you know what? I'm getting Dungeons. I'm going to buy it for my Switch, so I have another Switch game. And then I ended up getting started on this mountain storage room idea. And I was just like, well, I don't have time for that now.
Yeah, I think if I were to play Dungeons, I might feel more comfortable on a controller.
Yeah.
Instead of a keyboard and mouse.
Mm-hmm. I think so, too.
I didn't like it with the keyboard and mouse. My son just got it for the Xbox One. He hasn't played it much, or I haven't seen him play it much. I don't know. That's about all I got for that.
sit down for an hour. Let me know how the controller feels. Or because I'm sure the Switch will be played exactly the same way.
Yeah.
And I'll know if I want to pick it up. Because me and you had the same complaint. You're just constantly clicking and your guy walks to a spot.
Yeah, controls are weird.
So let's go ahead and get into the second part of the topic, and it's what we expect from 117. We had the Nether update for 116, right?
Mm-hmm.
Massive update. They literally touched every aspect of the Nether. So an entire world got changed overnight. I shouldn't say overnight. It took them a long time to do that. But for us, when the release came overnight, our world changed.
Yeah.
I don't think we're getting that for 117.
No?
No, I think 117 is going to be a little bit bigger than the 115 update because, so we had 116.2, and I'm going to praise Mojang here because 116.2 is probably one of the most playable updates I've seen from them. I mean, 116 wasn't bad. It had a little bit of lag. 116.1 fixed a little bit of that lag. It was still just a little bit laggy. There were a little bit of glitches here and there. And then 116.2 happened, and boom. I mean, it's smoother than I've seen in a long time. And part of that could be because we're playing on a server where a lot of people kind of got together and were like, okay, we need to change the way we play a little bit. The server's freaking out. And that's probably helped a ton. But I'm going to give credit when credit's due. When we have 5 to 6 to 7 people all across the world jumping on our server, it doesn't feel like the server freaks out near as bad anymore.
Yeah, it actually runs really well.
So I don't think they're going to have to do as many bug fixes that they had to do for 115. Because remember, 114 was buggier than all.
Yeah, they were probably still fixing those bugs in 116.
Yeah, 114 was a big update. A lot of things changed. And then they kind of took a step back from 115, got a bug fixes, gave us bees and stuff. All good. Then they come out with 116. 116 is a huge update. But it's a huge update where they got it right early. Yeah, they had a little bit of bug fixes they needed to do, and it went through some pre-releases, and it went through some dots. We're up to 116.3 now, but it's been good updates. So I don't think we're going to need a full-on 117 is just a bug fix with a couple extra sprinkles in there. I think it's going to be a smaller update with good content. It's just not going to be a huge update like we saw in 116.
For one, the B update was just ridiculous. That should have never happened. For two, I think it's going to be a pretty big update.
You do?
Yeah, I probably because it said it in the trailer at one point. It said huge updates, real big in the trailer. So that makes me think there's going to be huge updates. Now, depends what we're talking about here. There could be a huge update for Minecraft Earth, and a small one for Java.
Yeah.
That's the only thing with that sign. So there's a couple things we're expecting, like our biome update. I'm kind of leaning towards the cave idea. I'd like to see, not that I like to see it. It looks like from the beginning of the video, I'm kind of sold on it, that it's more than likely a cave update.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they will have to change as much as they did in the Nether. Maybe that, that horizontal biome type of deal they would have to implement in the overworld. I'm not sure if that's a thing in the overworld or if that was just another thing, but they would have to do some of that. And I don't think it would be too much change for a cave update as it would be a Nether update. So it still wouldn't be as big, but a pretty big one.
Well, and I think both me and you said when we saw the way they were doing biomes in the Nether, we went, this looks like could be a test for how they're going to do the caving.
Mm-hmm. Kind of leaning that way.
Yeah, everyone knows a cave update will be coming at some point. When it comes, I don't know. For me, a cave update's not on my top priority list. I want an inventory update much more than I want anything else.
Yeah, that'd be a small update.
Yeah, and the new combat update by Jeb, I really want that. He's been putting in a lot of hard work on that from what we've been seeing, and I've liked just about 99% of everything he's done.
He's getting a lot of feedback from the community, too.
Oh, yeah.
On what people like and what people don't like.
Yeah.
Taking things out, tweaking things to where trying to make everyone happy. And that's always cool.
And like I said, he's hit probably 99% of it. I think it's really good. There's a couple things I'm not a fan of, but at the same time, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to complain about something I don't like that makes sense.
Yep, same here.
If it's a cave update, I'm not going to complain because I agree caves do need an update. It's just not my top priority list. And with that, they've come out in the trailer saying we're voting for a new mob, right?
Yes.
Now, what was everyone's complaint when they voted for the Phantom last time? Do you remember?
That they voted for the wrong one.
Yeah, everyone said if we would have known it was an ocean update, we would have voted for the ocean mob. So it's like, are they going to play that game again? Are we going to vote for a mob before we know what the update is?
Hopefully they do give us the update before having us vote.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how you would do it. I think because once you release what 117 is, I think your audience is going to like disappear. They're not going to stick around for a mob vote.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested to see. Let's remember that some of the mobs, even though they didn't make it into the game, made it into the game later as something else, such as the suck lizard, as I like to call it, that would disenchant your armor and tools and stuff.
Yeah.
That obviously made it into the game as the grindstone.
Mm-hmm.
There are ways for this stuff to come in to the game. I'm hoping it's not more zombie type mobs making it into the game.
Yeah.
I hope they stay creative like they did with the Phantom. I know people don't like the Phantom, but I think the Phantom was a great creative mob, and that's why it got voted in.
Yeah.
So I hope they go with that again. Give us some more fantasy creatures that can do some cool stuff, even though the Phantom stinks.
Yeah, initially I voted for the Phantom. It looked cool. Mm-hmm. It had cool attributes, and we don't have any sky mobs. So it was kind of, a lot of things were pulling for the Phantom in that regards. But like you said, we didn't know it was an ocean update at that time of the vote. So there was, I believe, one ocean mob.
Yeah,
that was up for that vote. There could have been two.
I think it was just one. But I think the reason it lost was it looked just like another squid, like a beefier squid.
Yeah,
and I think that happens a lot with Mojang, and it's why a lot of people kind of complain a lot. Is that there are some mobs that just look identical. Like you look at the Stray and a skeleton. Well, and Stray is just a skeleton with a scarf. And you have a husk and a zombie and a drowned. They all look identical.
Yep. Even before the zombified Piglin got changed, it looked zombie-like.
This is where I have hope. You look at the Piglin and the zombified Piglin. They took an existing mob and changed it up.
Yeah.
Which I love. They weren't afraid to do that. And it's like, good. Maybe some of these other mobs that are identical will get a couple bit of...
Get a makeover.
Yeah. Get a makeover, quality of life update, as I call it. Something like that. And for all we know, we're getting passive mobs this time. Maybe they're looking at, hey, here's our Minecraft Earth mobs that we know you guys were interested in, like the Muddy Pig. Do you want a Muddy Pig in the game? Vote for the Muddy Pig. Maybe it might be something as simple as that, where it doesn't matter what the update is. It could be a passive mob that's just cool and fun to have around, that brings life to some of the more dead areas in Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping for an exotic type of mob. I mean, passive would
Red
be
dragons.
Fine. Doesn't have to be. Yeah, if they're passive. Yeah, something like, I don't know, a pig, or the flower cow. I don't know what you called it before. Dandelion cow, glowing squid. It'd be cool to have something different besides something we've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
I like different kind of looking mobs. I hope we have those to vote on.
I'd love the glowing squid. I don't know if it drops anything in Minecraft Earth, because I've never played Minecraft Earth. It's just never appealed to me. I don't like playing games on my cell phone.
Me neither.
But if a glowing squid, if you could farm those to get the shards or whatever to make sea lanterns, or maybe another kind of light source block, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it depends what comes with it too.
Yeah,
you knew a little bit about the Phantom, and you knew a little bit about the other mobs, but you weren't sure what it was going to be like. And it'd be nice to know a little bit more about these mobs before we vote on them.
Yeah.
Hopefully they give us more information.
I mean, other than slow falling potion, is there anything that the Phantom Membrane's good for?
It repairs elytra, doesn't it?
Does repair elytra? I couldn't remember if it was Phantom Membrane or if it was leather that repaired the elytra.
I think it used to be leather, but even then, like, you're putting mending on your elytra. It's never really going to go bad unless you're flying forever without XP. But yeah, rarely ever do you use that membrane to repair your elytra.
Yeah, so basically it drops a useless item. It's an annoying mob. It would be cool if you could see it just kind of flying around during the daytime.
Just out of nowhere?
It just kind of fly around, doesn't attack you. It knows not to attack you unless you've slept for a while. It just flies by and then disappears.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that. Sky mobs. Sky mobs would be cool. I might vote sky, especially if it's passive.
Oh, I just remembered. I mean, you remember how low clouds are in the game, though?
Yeah.
So to have a random mob fly by, I mean, that would hit like halfway into my mountain.
Just have a net out there.
Oh, yeah.
Have a new mob farm.
We know we're getting the ram with the mountain update.
Yeah.
I don't really know what a ram could drop that would be valuable other than it would probably drop wool, probably drop mutton, maybe ram's horn. But Mojang's big on we don't want you to farm like real life animals because we don't want you killing real life animals.
Yeah.
In real life. I said real life a lot right there, but
but they're real life animals.
Yeah.
Not only like their drops, but what could they do to another mob that could give them some kind of use? I mean, that you can always headbutting is something they do in real life. So maybe
they protect sheep from wolves.
Yeah, maybe they fight off wolves.
Mm-hmm. That would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back and I looked because we had an episode, I think it was episode 44, where we said our wish list for 117. It was like the super early wish list. And one of the things I had on there was I wanted more mobs interacting with more mobs. We had the Piglins and the Hoglins interacting now, doing their own thing, and I wanted more of that. And like you're mentioning, we got this ram. It would be really cool if a ram like protects sheep.
Yeah. I can't think of what else it would attack. Any hostile mob, maybe?
I think with any hostile mob, it turns out really bad when you do something like that because you have creepers.
Yeah.
So now you have a creeper exploding that you can't control, and Mojang wants to stay away from stuff like that.
Yeah, that's kind of like the llamas thing. The llama just shoots at hostile mobs that are trying to get the villager.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's a trading, wandering villager type of deal, but
I'm trying to remember what all was included in the mountain update. It's been 2 years. So
they mentioned new mountain formations and thicker snow.
That's right. Snowier snow. That was the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't like a new tree or anything like that in there, was there?
Nope.
It was just snowier snow.
Better mountain terrain generation, I think. That could also point to a cave update. They're going to change the generation.
Mm-hmm. But snowier snow, how would you get snowier snow?
Yeah, just thicker, I guess. Make your mountains like way above.
But you can already make snow. There's more combinations for snow layers than there is basically for anything. You can even craft it into a full block.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you could do it thicker.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Maybe snow would be more complicated to traverse in, kind of act like soul sand.
Yeah.
So it would be slower. That might be nice to keep mobs from moving around in.
Maybe you need Frostwalker to go across the snow.
Maybe.
No, what else? Maybe Depth Strider.
I'm not sure. I'm definitely excited to see what they do. I don't know if it's going to be like a full 2-day thing like it kind of has been lately where like on the second day we're down to just entertaining kids for 4 hours and then we have an hour show where they're again entertaining more kids and then the update we all care about is only 15 minutes long. I don't know if it's going to be like that again. I kind of hope not.
Yeah, I mean, usually it's a weekend thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd have stuff for the whole weekend.
I know me and you were talking. We might be doing a live show. I don't know if that'll be a Patreon thing or not, because obviously our patrons can listen to the show live while we're recording. But we're definitely recording during Minecraft live, right? I think we've kind of agreed with that.
Yeah.
We'll have an episode out either later that day or the very next day or as soon as Carl can get it edited and thrown together. It's not going to be the 2 hours of content we do every week. It'll be a quick, probably 15, 20 minutes of, hey, this is what we think.
Mm-hmm.
Put it out, and then we'll talk more into it for the full episode when that comes out.
And again, level 5 patrons can listen live.
Yeah.
That's always cool.
Yeah, so if you don't want to wait, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It does take Carl usually a day or so to get the episodes done. He goes as fast as he can. So I'm not going to rip on Carl. He does a lot of work on these episodes. Listening back to episode 44, the amount of times I said, man, these stupid motorcycles won't quit driving back and forth. And I never heard a motorcycle in the episode. I went, Carl does a lot of good work. And that was when I had the crappy microphone. Hopefully the new microphone's making it a little easier on him.
Yeah, man, it takes time. It's time to do all that stuff. Another thing I'm looking forward to at the Minecraft Live is all the different clues they give you.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed last year you got pictures, and this was after the event, but they'll throw out pictures that have little Easter eggs in there.
Yeah.
You got to see like the trees, the warped and the crimson trees. You even got to see the shroom lights, and a lot of people didn't point at the shroom lights because they look like glowstone.
Yeah, we thought they were just retextured glowstone.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at the lights. I was like, what is that? Is that a new light? There's little Easter eggs on what new blocks you're going to get, what new mobs possibly. Just looking forward to seeing those too. Even if they don't tell you about them,
yeah,
you can find little clues and Easter eggs in all the pictures.
Very good point. I totally forgot about that. 1.16 was just such a huge update. Every time they released a new picture, or a new video file, you were finding 2 to 3 new things every single time. And I just feel like I don't think they're going to be able to replicate that 2 times in a row. Could be totally wrong.
Yeah.
I might be totally wrong. Don't think I'm trying to diss Mojang or anything like that. But the way it's kind of been lately has been a big update, a smaller update, then a bigger update. Granted, they did 1.13 and 1.14 back to back, but I think that caused so many issues that they were forced to do the 1.15 smaller.
A lot of it was just trying to keep up with all the bugs.
Yeah, that being said, 1.16's not very buggy. It's well done.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they do try to go big 2 times in a row.
Plus, I just got replay mod and Optifine. I'm going to have to update to 1.16.3 now. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, I just realized that. I'm trying to work out replay mod, but now we're going to have another update to stop this duplication glitch. I wonder if that's going to mess up replay mod.
Yeah, I don't know. Depends on when Ripple Effect updates.
Yeah.
Hopefully we take our time.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are taking advantage of Baby Piglin duplication glitches.
But we better take advantage of that brute tracking.
Yes, we better.
While we can.
I don't think I've raided a Bastion yet this season other than the first day.
I did, but not while the brutes were there. I haven't been there with the brutes. I might want to try it just to see. I mean, you definitely need backup armor because those guys are no joke.
Yeah. I'm dying so easy to Enderman. It's like, do I want to take these guys on?
Might want to bring some Endermen with you.
Yeah. I'm just going to start spawning some iron golems in there. How about that?
Yeah, that should work.
I think that's going to do it for the show today, guys. But before Jimbo reads us out, I want to say a huge thank you to all of our Patreons who are supporting the show. Our milk level patrons are Aubni, Crock, ohbeep, StoneFigure, TheOfficialCCL, viperoustuna, and YDYT. If you too would like to get access to the exclusive benefits and hours of extra content each month, please consider joining at patreon.com/thewitheringeffect.
If you like this show, you can share it with all of your friends and on social media. If you listen on Spotify, follow us, or if you listen on Apple Podcasts, leave us a nice review. Doing any of these really helps the show reach more listeners. If you would like to get in contact with us, send an email to podcast@thewitheringeffect.com, tweet us, leave a voice message, or join our Discord where you can have a chat with everyone who works on the show and fellow listeners. All the links are in the show notes.
This show has been brought to you by Jimbo and myself, but also our digital producer Carl. He helps make sure the show ends up where it should be. The amazing music you hear in the intro and outro is created by the one and only Decoy. Everyone's social media info can be found down in the show notes. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for getting withered with us. You should probably go drink your milk now. Bye.
See you guys.